it means some things to the people that you love. Like if I tell my 12-year-old, like, dude, it's date night, he knows that he doesn't want to be out here. His mom and dad might be on the couch together, kissing or something, right?
I
Like,
might be making out with.
so anyway, so we like try to make it like we warn him. We're
We
like,
make it
dude,
awkward for them.
because he's like, oh, like whatever, that's okay. I'm like, no, buddy, like this is like special
No,
time
this
for
is
us where we're
our time.
connecting. And if I want to kiss your mom, then like I want to be able to do that. He's like, oh, so like that's the reaction we want. And we have the same thing with some young adult friends. Like we're like, oh, sorry, tonight's date night. And they'll be like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
fine. Like
yeah.
I know what that
Like,
means.
no, get out. It's date night.
So
You can come have dinner
so
and then leave.
it's like a well-known boundary that we prioritize connection time together to like our friends or family.
Yeah.
And it's also super cool because it's like framing for our kids how they think about what their marriage will look like someday.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, like they had date night like all the time and I couldn't stay up on those nights.
I know. That is a very common thing when Khalil's like, oh, is tonight date night?
Yeah.
Because it means he can't ask to stay up to watch a special movie with us
Yeah.
or whatever. But on that note of it's shaping the way our kids are going to like them for their marriages down the road because I just remembered as you were saying that a conversation I had with Jude, I think like a year ago or something. And he was talking about what he wrote about at school, what he wanted to be when he grows up, which was a secret agent, because he wanted to go on special missions in the middle of the night, like with his briefcase and be ninja-like.
So
But
CIA, if you're looking to scout young kid,
Jude
he's
Linnet.
the one.
But and we'll never know. Actually, we will never know if he actually does become a secret agent. But back to the conversation about prepping them for their marriages, because I was tucking him in and we were talking about what he wrote about wanting to be this secret agent. And he said that like, this is what he wanted to be. But he said, but I don't know if I want to be that because I want to be able to have date night with my wife
It's so
and
awesome.
be able to tuck my kids in or something like that. But I know specifically he said, I want to have date night with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's the win. And then we like talked through, maybe if
Raising
this is something God
healthy young men. I love it.
Yes, that you can prioritize time with your wife.
Mhm.
Because we're raising 3 boys, so we're raising up who will be men and husbands. And I loved that, like, just from being part of our family, that was a value that he is already attached to in his own way, in his at the time 6-year-old mind of, oh, I don't know, maybe I don't want to be a secret agent because I want to have date night with my wife and I want to be able to tuck my kids in. And I think the other thing he said was dinners with my family, because that's another thing that we prioritize, is having dinners together. But so it's just when you are prioritizing your marriage in a way that your kids feel like they're getting left out, they're like, no, I want a longer tuck-in or this or that. And then you come in and you're like, she's my wife too. And yes, she's your mom, but she's also my wife. And then it's like, okay, I'm coming. I think that it's just, even if it's in a
She'll
way,
do really long tuck-ins. And I'm like, all right,
that's when all the
it's
conversations
time.
come out and they're
No,
like
it's good.
pouring out
It's
their
good.
heart. Or like theological questions where I'm like,
It's good.
wow,
I'm not saying
yeah,
it's bad.
we gotta like get
It's
out the
really
Bible for
wonderful.
this.
Just sometimes I have to go in and say like, all right,
Sometimes,
it's time to come
but
out.
sometimes it is like, it's like, oh yeah, that's right, it's date night. And I'm much better about remembering like it's
Yeah.
date night. And our kids are a little bit older and don't really, there's not like 3 little ones to tuck in anymore. But it's just, it was even when they are feeling like, oh, at my expense, you're having your date night, I don't get to stay up and do my thing or have mom or whatever. Like at the end of the day, it's actually just teaching them that priority too, that like a healthy marriage
Mhm.
helps a healthy family too.